some of the things that I take with me as far as what I learned about myself, I think will help me in my social interaction back home when I get home. And I think one of the things, I think this morning, I just think I kind of realized that I don't really like the fast-paced city life, and I like a little bit slower pace that I've had out here. And I don't think I have to give in to the fast-paced city life, even though I live in a fast-paced city. You know, I came to play the game with logic primarily, and look at how numbers would affect the final outcome. But people that I was playing with were oftentimes making their decisions based on emotion, and where that became a fault on my side was the inability to tap into that emotional drive that they were being driven by. There's things that from day one on the I Ride tribe, I didn't try to convince anybody to trust me. I didn't try to convince anybody to be loyal to me. I just tried to tell them things that if they went and thought about it, it made sense. And everybody I talked to that I formed an alliance with, that's what I told them. I said, just think about this. I'm not asking you for a decision. I'm not asking you to commit to anything. Think about this, A, B, C, D. I laid it out. I said, just think about it and let me know tonight if you agree. I said, all I'm doing is trying to make a decision that makes sense for all of us. Personalities are interesting, you know, how people view themselves, probably partially how I view myself, and just, you know, learning about people and their experiences or lack thereof, and how that plays into being tossed on an island with no provisions, and how you respond to that. It's interesting to me. The adrenaline rush is definitely something that you wait for. I think, at least me, you know, you're sitting there and you've had a couple coconuts and you've been building a shelter or doing whatever all day long, and you're pretty drained, but then you get tree mail and you're going to have a challenge, and it's, you know, your energy comes back, and my energy comes back. Some people's it doesn't, but for me, the energy comes back, and you just, you know, you suck it up, and you reach for every last bit that you have to try and win. But, you know, so, you know, that's the other thing, is some people have no desire to win. I learned that I'm comfortable with who I am, you know, and whether or not somebody acts or thinks the way that I do, I don't really have a desire to change that, you know. And I kind of knew that about myself before I came, but I think a lot of the interaction with the people here reinforced it. You know, I'm comfortable with who I am. I don't think that makes me a better person than other people. It just makes me me, and I'm very comfortable with me. I don't have a desire to be more emotional. I don't have a desire to make more decisions based on emotion. I don't. I think the way that I think, and the way that I reason, and the way that I act works for me, and works fairly well for me in this game and in the real world. I was voted out 5th, but I'm very pleased with the way I played and the decisions I made, and I think, you know, other people shouldn't be. I think technology has weakened American society. I think cell phones and text messaging and emails and internet and all this innovative stuff has made people less personable, has hindered their abilities to interact with one another in a real way, has ultimately weakened people to become so reliant on things that are built to make our life easier that we forget and have forgotten, I think, a lot of us, what it's like to work with our hands, what it's like to sweat, what it's like to bleed, and what it's like to feel pain and exhaustion. And I think that has made a fair amount of society weak.